Hi friends, I'm back again with part 3, I believe, in the vintage ephemera haul. And so we'll get right to it. I got my timer going here. So this was from an online auction. Also, these are pages, original pages from the Sears, Roebuck and Company catalog. I'm not exactly sure which year these are, but nevertheless, they're still pretty cool. I really like them. I'm gonna copy them, I guess, and so it's like I got about 10 pages, consecutive pages from 91 to 110. So you can see here, these are some hinges, some ornate hinges, and then it goes on to show more kinds of hardware like that, and bolts and chains for your door, and then doors and, you know, like window finials and things like that, porch trimmings, and here we have pulleys and stuff, and links and safes, skates like those. Let's see, we got lamp chimney cleaners and things like that, chest handles, screw eyes, things like that, bicycles and traps, and these are bearing ringers and carpet sweepers, I think. Yeah, look at that. Wow. Old ringers for, you know, when you wash the clothes in the olden days. These are just really great, you know, pictures here. I love them. Let's see what it says. Fruit presses and sausage stuffers and cleavers, coffee mills, ice shredders. And we have some cabinets here. Though these are refrigerators. Ice box, I guess. Yeah, these are all refrigerators. And then it goes on here to bells. Farm bells, church bells, schoolhouse bells, any kind of bell you want. And then we go on to table cutlery here. Get all those different style handles. Some more knives. All different kinds. Petty knives, kitchen knives, everything. Bread knives, carver knives, and scissors, and pocket cutlery like pocket knives, men's jackknives, and it goes on with more jackknives on the back here. So isn't that awesome? I like that. So those are really cool. I like those a lot. And then I got this giant ledger sheet. I don't know, I probably can't get the whole thing in. It's really huge. It's twice as big as what you're seeing here, which is something about like, I don't know, like, what do you call it? Like legal size or something, but it opens up and it's huge, and there's stuff on both sides of it. And I'm looking at it, I think it must have been a doctor's record keeping, bookkeeping, and it's here is, I wrote it somewhere on here. Where did I write it? Okay, it goes from 1886 to 1882, and when I read in the remarks section, from what I can make out, I see a lot of ailment and health problems, so I'm assuming this must be a doctor's, like attack, sickening of stomach, cold, bronchitis, syphilis, something on face, typhoid, something on the back of the neck, wife hysteria. Wow, wife hysteria. What the hell? What the heck? Itch. So that's kind of interesting. Anyway, it's really cool because it's really old. So kind of like that, so I got that too. That was at an auction also. So now we're gonna move on to some books that I got. And we're gonna start with the small ones. I'll zoom in a little bit. Let's see. Okay, so I got these different places. This one I got on Etsy from an online seller. It's William Shakespeare, Midsummer's Night's Dream. Really little, really old, so cute. I just love these little ones. Somewhere there was a date. Let me see if I can find out where. It has some pictures. Oh shoot, where is it? Oh, it does say it somewhere. Now I can't find it. Anyway, it's old and it's cute and I like it. So I got that one. Not in real great shape, but you know, still it's old and cool. Then this one I got at a flea market. Yeah, and it says Mason's Crumbs. It's like embossed. I really like this. And this one, someone signed it, Mary, December 25th, 1872. Isn't that neat? So it says Crumbs from the Master's Table. And it's, best I can tell, some, you know, Bible scriptures. It's probably some story or something that's famous in the Bible. I don't know for sure, but anyway, I liked it. It's really cool. So, yeah. So I got that one. And then this one came, I think it was in a treasure box that I bought on YouTube on an auction. This was one of the things in the treasure box. It says Old Christmas, Washington Irving, Little Book Ideas or something like that. It's really super old. Little Leather Library, Corporation of New York. Let's see. So, yeah, so there's a story in here about Christmas. I have not read this yet, but I thought this was really awesome. So I like that very much. That was a good little score. Love that. So those are the little ones. Okay, and I'll go through this little pile here I got. So this I got at a local used bookstore. They have once a year, or they used to. I guess they're not doing it anymore, unfortunately, but at one time they were. They had a big parking lot sale, and it was like books were like almost free. I mean, it was ridiculous. So I got stacks of books there. So this one I liked because it says standard musical biographies, and it was all in one piece, but as I've owned it, this spine part came off. It's coming off, see that? But it's really a cool book. Look at the ex-libris stuff. It says Gift of Louis Stott. Look at that. It's from 1910. And it's falling apart. And I have taken some pages out of this to use in journals because I just really liked it. Yeah, 1910. So there's all the greats in here, and their pictures, and sometimes pictures of their homes, and their biographies in here. All the great classic musicians back in the day, you know, like a long time ago. And there's some music also. So yeah, it's you can see I've taken a lot of them out. Look at this. Bach, that's the house Bach was born in. Trippy. I just love this. This is so neat. So there's a whole bunch of great pictures and everything in here. I really wanted to read the whole thing, but geez, I just can't. I read some of it, but look at this. Richard Strauss. Oh, just so much in here. So you can see it's a pretty thick book. It's got all of their biographies. So I love that. So there's that one. And I'll probably like, you know, use the innards to it, and also probably do something with the cover at some point. So there's that. Okay. Then I got this one at an auction on YouTube, and it's Works of Ruskin. I liked the book. This is coming off a little bit, so, you know, but I just liked the cover a lot. I don't know a lot about Ruskin. This one's certain edition of notes and correspondence or something, and it's from 18... Wait a minute, no, I don't know if that's the price or the year. Let me see if I can find the year. Very old. The Complete Works of Ruskin. I can't remember what year, but anyway. You know, turn of the century. Or earlier. There's his room. His bed. And let's see, maybe it's on this page. Right, oh, 1875. Yeah, that's cool. It's really old. There's not, I don't think there's any photos in here or anything like that, pictures, but anyhow. So there's that one. And this isn't really that old, but I still like it. I got it for free. It's a garden book. I think it's from like the 70s or the 60s. And, you know, I just love the gardening stuff. And look at the inside cover, isn't it? Kind of cool. And so I've been using some pages out of this too. It's naturally aged so beautifully and yellowed on the edges, and actually it's a really good gardening book too. I kind of hate to, you know, tear it up, but I have taken some out of it already. It's called the New American Garden Book. Yeah, it's from the 70s, I believe. So it's not a real antique, it's just a cool book. So, got that. And then this one I got in an auction, and I really like it. Now I have already kind of started gutting this one. I love the cover. I'm going to make a journal out of this cover. It's just so awesome. Like that. And what it is basically is like, it's a book full of ads from a certain time period from Montgomery, Alabama. And it's like just a whole bunch of their, you know, the town's businesses and their ads. And just page after pages. They're great. I mean, the fonts and the ads, and look at that. I mean, they're really neat. I thought that was a cool score for the pages and for the cover. So it goes on and on like that. There's just nothing but, it's just a book full of that. And then they do talk about just different things that were happening at the time on certain dates, like, you know, look at this, July 8th, 1836, about 1,500 Creek Indians arrived and camped in the woods near the bluff overlooking the old ferry. They were emigrating under the Treaty of 1832 to the Indian Territory west of the Mississippi. Within a few days, they departed on steamboats. It's like really cool. I got sucked into reading all this stuff too. It was really interesting, everything that was going on in that place. So that was a good score. I really like that. Really cool. Okay, let me check my time here. See where I'm at. Okay, 4 minutes. All right, good, perfect. Because this is one of my favorite scores ever, this book. This weighs a ton. It's really big, like thick. And it's called Blues Magazine. And it's particular volumes 57 through 58 from a specific time period. And I guess Blues was a magazine, you know, a printed thing they used to put out all the time, and then at some point they decided to start, you know, putting them all in volumes of a book. And it's just a collection of this monthly magazine that was out, and it has amazing articles, ads, art, comics, I mean everything. It's very, very interesting. I got it to use the pages in journals, but I don't think I can, at least not yet, you know, tear it up. It's just so interesting. I mean, every time I open it, I find some more interesting information in it. Just all kinds. And it's from 1883. I think this is about the oldest book I have. Yeah, this is from January to June 1883 from Boston. And there's articles on everything. I mean, anything you can think of. And there's recipes, and there's world news, and there's, you know, editorials, and it's just really very, very interesting. And there's stories and sonnets and poems and recipes and, you know, just everything. It's very, very, very interesting, and I love the graphics too. So I don't know what, I don't think I can tear this up yet because I got to read the whole thing. So it's very, just very interesting. I love this book so much. It weighs so much, but I got this at an auction on YouTube, and I really love it. I coated it with Mod Podge just to hopefully, you know, preserve it a little longer because it's really, really old. So there you go. I do have one more thing I saved, the best things for last, but I think I'm going to have to make another part because I don't want to get interrupted in the middle of it. So I will be back again if you care to come back and see the very last part, and it's the best stuff I saved for last. Okay, you guys, so I hope you come back, and we'll see you in a minute. Bye.